I hope in the last 5 months of me running this channel, I have made this thing quite clear for all of you that for physical health, our food is highly important. But today, we are going to celebrate the Mental Health Day, which was yesterday, that is 10th of October, and I'm going to talk specifically about how our food and our diet can also affect us mentally. So if you are interested in this topic, or if you know anyone who has any mental illness, whether it is depression or schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, then keep on watching and share it with them. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Manisha Mehta, your own clinical dietitian and sports nutritionist, and you are on my channel Re-Nourish with Manisha. We are here making fitness easy for foodies. There's a sparrow on my terrace. Anyway, let's talk about the relationship between diet and mental health. As per a recent WHO report, India was found to be the 6th largest depressed country in the world. That means the number of people who are depressed in our country is really high. And also, on the happiness index, out of 156 countries, we fall at the 144th rank. So, nothing to be proud about. And in fact, this is in sync with a recent Economic Times report as per which 7.5% people in our country are having some mental illness or the other. And on the other hand, there are less than 4,000 experts who can deal with these issues. And this is in sync with the kind of thought process that we guys carry. The first issue that we create when somebody comes up with a mental illness is denial. We completely neglect the importance of mental health for that person. Maybe you're just sad, maybe you need to change your mood. That's what we say. And this is really problematic. Or on the flip side, we treat all the mental illnesses as madness or craziness, which is also not the case. Because if we talk about correlations between certain medical issues like vitamin D deficiency and hypothyroidism, in these cases also people might get depressed just because of the fact that their sad hormones or the stress hormones are a little too elevated in their body. So if I break down the fundamentals of mental illnesses, it can be because of two reasons. One, excess production of stress hormones like cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine, or underproduction of happy hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, which we are also going to talk about in this video. There are studies which have found that there is a correlation between the nutrient deficiencies and certain mental illnesses. And these nutrients are primarily vitamin D, tryptophan, omega-3, folic acid, magnesium, and zinc. So in this video, I am not going to get into the list of foods where you can get these nutrients because that is anyway Googleable. But also I have attached a list of the foods where you can find these nutrients, which is in the description box, so that you can download that PDF. But in this video, we are going to talk about what these nutrients actually do so that you can think about the mental illnesses beyond just craziness. So these nutrients that I have already pointed out can actually fundamentally be characterized as either antioxidants or as precursors of some happy hormones. What does precursor mean? Precursor means a raw material or some important thing in the chemical reaction where the happy hormone is being made. For example, tryptophan is the precursor for serotonin, which is again a happy hormone. Now, how do antioxidants help in mental illnesses? Well, there has been a correlation between inflammation and mental illnesses. Now, what does inflammation mean? Inflammation means that there are certain chemical reactions which keep happening on an everyday basis in our body where there are some hyperactive chemical components which are released, which are called free radicals, and these hyperactive chemical components keep looking for stabilization molecules, and that leads to an unending chemical reaction which has to be stopped. And antioxidants basically stop those chemical reactions by giving that stabilizing component without destabilizing themselves. So generous antioxidants are, isn't it? In fact, nutrition therapy in the cases of mental illnesses is found to be so important that there was an Australian study where there were two groups, both had depression or some other mental illness, and both were divided into two separate groups. One was given social care and another one was given proper sessions with a dietitian. In fact, nutrition therapy has been found so important that in a recent study in Australia, there were two batches made of people who had some or the other mental illness, and one of the batch was given social care and another batch was given proper sessions with a dietitian where they were told the importance of certain nutrients and the importance of changing their diet. And it was found that the condition of the people who were given nutrition therapy was much better at the end of the experiment. Although it has some limitations also, that these people were also provided supplements and provided money for the supplementation, and the other group did not have any such knowledge. But it shows that diet can really help in the case of physical and mental well-being both. There was another study in September 2019 which was a meta-review, which means that it was a review of many meta-analyses. Now, what are meta-analyses? Meta-analyses are the researches which combine the observations of many different research papers and then they give their own observation. So this meta-review was a review of many such meta-analyses, which means that they have taken care of a lot of data. And it found out that nutrients are so important that they even considered supplementation for the people who have some mental illness. But it also comes with a limitation that one size will not fit all. That means that one single advice will not be applicable on everyone who has some or the other mental illness. It will differ person to person, and that is the reason why one-on-one coaching and one-on-one guidelines are really important, which are specific to the person who is in question. Having said all of that, diet is just one aspect of mental health. Of course, it has a huge role to play. However, it is, as I said, just one pillar of the mental health, just like physical health. What are the other two pillars? Sleep and workout. So it also requires a combination of all these three things. Also, the PDF that I have given you in the description box, which I would highly recommend that you download, is a list of the nutrients which you require for mental health. Also, where you will get, in what foods you will get it. However, while looking at that list, you will realize that it comprises of a balanced diet. All these nutrients come from different and various food groups which have to be there in your daily life. That means that a diet which is rich in whole grains, rich in fruits and vegetables, rich in healthy fluids will actually go a long way in restoring your physical and mental well-being. Now, this video was about how our diet can affect our mental health. If you want to know how something as physical as our phone can affect our physical health as well, although mental health has been talked about so much when it comes to social media and phone, but if you want to know how technology hinders our physical health as well, I would highly recommend that you watch this video. Also, I would want to clarify that fit foodie means someone who is a foodie but is also fit mentally and physically. So, on that note, Manisha Mehta signing off. I'll see you next week. Until then, always remember, I love you unconditionally. Bye.